Hi guys, welcome to the Astro Dude. In this video I'm going to be building a Hexacopter using the DJI F550 frame. The reason why I'm building a Hexacopter is because they have greater lifting capabilities than quadcopters since they have 6 propellers rather than 4. Thank you for clicking on the video and enjoy.
Hi, so we're going to start with the motors for this Hexacopter and the legs, getting those attached. So it has 6 legs, since the Hexacopter has 6 legs, 6 motors. So we got the first one in. And basically have to line up the holes with the holes here. Right here. And we're going to use these. We're going to use this, which is called a hexa key. And gonna put in the screws. So as you can see, we got the first screw in. So now we get the second screw in. Just with the line it up. Takes a little bit of trial and error to line these up, but it works. So now that we got all the motors onto the legs of the Hexacopter, we now want to. So I already soldered in the connection for the lithium-ion battery, and I tinned the rest of these. So I'm going to do the last one right here. And after that, we're going to start soldering the ESCs. And if you don't know what an ESC is, it's a system that delivers power, controls how much power goes to the motor. In this case, we're using brushless AC motors. So we're gonna tin it. That. So there's a little bit more here. You want to be very careful not to burn your hand when doing tinning. You do the same thing to the negative side now. And that's how you tin it. Hi. So we soldered in all the ESCs. Now we have to move on to this step, which is to use this, as you can see here. What this is used for is to wrap. This is used to wrap around the cable. That's what I use it for. And basically, the purpose of this component is to protect the wiring. That's very important. You don't want any of the cables to be exposed. So like that. And you're gonna do the same thing with the other ones. Make sure all the cables are lined up. Sometimes it's difficult to line them up, but eventually works. So you unwrap it. See right here, and then put it on top. Then it wraps around the cables. And you want to do the same thing for the other ESCs. We're going to use a longer one, wrap around the cable for the battery. Right here. A little harder to unwrap since it's much longer. I want to take all the cables out of the way. Yep. Then you're going to want to do the same thing for the other three. Okay, so now that we have all the protective cables, we're now putting the connecting the arms to the center part of the hexacopter, and we're going to be screwing these in. Not all the way at first. We're going to save that for later. We're not going to put in the screws all the way in. So we have red arms in the front, white arms in the center, and black arms in the back. So, oops, sorry about that. Then I want to get this hex key. Be sure. Okay, it's a little off the alignment of the arm. So we're gonna use our hex key to install this one. I'm going to install it all the way, and then we're going to do the same thing, the other arms. Okay, so we now have the Ardu pilot connected, as well as the receiver added onto the frame. We connected all the most of the motors are connected to the Ardu pilot, except for 3 and 5 are not connected. Those motors are not connected because we need better, the cables aren't long enough, so we're going to need extensions on the cables to connect to the Ardu pilot. So now, so if you don't know, the Ardu pilot is basically the brains of the drone, because it processes all the information. So you see there's GPS plug-in. So right now I'm gonna plug in the receiver to the RG pilot. So for channel 1, we plug into 1. Channel 2, plug in 2. Each number of the channel links to each other. So channel 1 goes into input 1. Channel 2 goes into input 2. Channel 3 goes into input 3. So you get the idea. We have to plug them in with the white cable facing upward. So I'm going to do that now. It's quite a simple process. So we now put on the upper part of the center frame. Now it's screwed in the same way we screwed in the bottom frame. I connected the GPS to the RG pilot. I also got extension cords, so I plugged in the last 2 motors over here in the back are now connected to the RG pilot system. I also zip tied, as you can see here, zip tied the ESCs to the frame, as well as the cords. We also screwed in the GPS module with the compass, which also comes with the compass, so it can find its direction and where it is, to balance it out. So if there's ever wind blowing, you can sense where the wind is coming from and be able to adjust the power of the motors to make sure it's balanced. Because we also put the lithium ion battery on the top. It's velcroed to the top, and we plug it in through here, and then it goes to the Arduino, or not the Arduino, the RG pilot. And yeah, we also have this, which is a sort of like a siren. Not really, I mean, they call it a siren, but basically makes a beep noise when it's low on power. It's actually called a buzzer. Sorry, not a siren. But it's sort of like a siren, because it beeps when the drone is low on power. So that way we know, and we can land it and recharge the battery in that case. Okay, so I'm going to be making a part 2 to this video of me doing the final build of the drone, so like the final steps of the towards building the drone, and also doing the software for the drone. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and if you have any suggestions, leave a comment below.